Good morning, friends. Miss Phillips and Molly here. Today is Friday, April 10th, 2020, and I have a challenging project for you this morning. You're probably going to need some adult help or older brother or sister help on this one, but I wanted to do it even though it's a little challenging. I wanted to do it because I think it's a fun kind of a paper trick art project. So what you're going to need for this project today is a sheet of paper, and you want to have a paper that's at least like a regular sheet of paper size, 8.5 by 11. You don't want to have just a small piece of paper. That won't work for this trick today. You'll also need something to draw with. I'm using a Sharpie marker. You can use a crayon, pencil, pen, anything that you need to draw some lines with. And you need a pair, Molly's tail, and you need a pair of scissors. All right, let's get started. Like I said, this one's very challenging. If you need to stop or pause the video at any point, that's totally fine. You will probably need to do that. So the first thing you're going to do is take your paper and you're going to fold it in half. We used to call this the hot dog way when I was in school. And so for right now, you have the open part at the top and the folded part at the bottom. So the first thing you're going to do is draw two lines. And you're going to start at the fold and draw up. Let me draw it and then I'll show you what I did. All right, so my first two lines, those are the most important lines. You want to make them about a finger width, and then you want to stop about a finger width from the top. So again, a finger width and a finger width from the top. And remember, this is the open part and this is the fold. You're not going to do anything else on this side of the paper or on this side of the paper. Okay, so once you get that done, the next thing you're going to do is now you're going to take your two fingers and you're going to make two finger space and you're going to draw another line just like the one I drew. Two more finger space and draw another line. So this is probably after I show you what I'm doing, maybe it's a good time for you to pause the video and kind of catch up. And it doesn't matter how many, it doesn't have to be exact. You want it just approximate. So this is what I have. So we had our first two lines here at the ends, and those were one finger space, and now these are about two finger space. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I got some bigger and some smaller, that's okay. So go ahead and pause if you need to get your paper to look like mine. And the next part, what you're going to do is you're going to turn your paper upside down now. So now the fold is at the top and the open part is at the bottom. You can't see, but I have Molly down here helping me. There she is. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to deal with. My cute little cuddly cat. All right. She wants to be part of the show today, I guess. So now you're going to take, again, you're not going to do anything on this very thin strip on both ends. Those are fine. You're not going to, ow! She's giving me a little love bite. I think she wants some attention. You're not going to do anything on these sides. These are already done. But now you're going to, each two finger space, you're going to, again, start at the bottom and draw a line up and stop right close to the top. Don't worry, her bites do not hurt. They're just little love bites. So this is what I'm talking about. You're going to take, Molly, trying to make a video here. You're going to start at the bottom and go straight up and stop that finger width. I thought she was outside playing and I could make this. You're going to do the same thing all the way across. All the way across. And again, remember this last strip we don't do anything to. All right, so go ahead and pause the video. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and do mine. I was going to pause my video, but I thought, no, you need to pause it, you can. All right, and again, these lines don't have to be totally straight. If you want to get a ruler out and make them perfectly straight, you sure can. Now, I forgot to tell you what makes this a trick. So before you start this whole thing, you can show somebody a piece of blank paper and you can say, I can walk through this piece of paper. And they're going to look at you and say, what? You can't walk through that piece of paper. But we are going to make it so you can walk through this piece of paper. All right, so here we are. I'm going to have Molly go play somewhere else while I do this next step, because the next step is cutting with scissors, and yeah, I don't think you're going to be very helpful, Ms. Molly. I know. All right, so when you get your paper looking like this, now is time to use your scissors, and it's pretty easy. You're just going to cut on the lines. Make sure you do not cut in these little spaces that we left at the ends of every other line. Do not cut. So you're going to stop right where the line stops. And then you're just going to go ahead and start cutting. Let's see if I can do this with Molly. I don't think I'm going to be able to. So here's what mine looks like so far. So I'm cutting, but I am not cutting all the way. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to cut up. You have to be a little careful with this because it is getting to where it could tear, and if it tears, then your project is not going to work. Here's what mine looks like so far. So here, if I put it back together, if I try to put it back together, that's what it looks like. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep cutting. And I think I am going to pause my video at this point, and I'm going to get to the finished part of the cutting.